YouTube? ALYORKSPORTS. What up to the East Coast, West Coast, LES Storm, Vegas Storm. We about to bring to you the recap of yesterday's Dynamite Championship game up in Georgia in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, folks. 26-23 victory by the Crimson Tide. Y'all know I gave out 24-21. It should have ended 23-20 if that dumbass didn't miss that field goal. But, you know, if it's an if. You know, if my sister had, she'd be a man. You see what I'm saying? But let's move forward, man. Great game yesterday. I'm going to bring up a couple of points, key points of this game. There's a lot of key points. Yesterday in the second quarter, Bama was on zip. They were driving. They couldn't score. Early in the game, they missed the field goal, but they should have had 3 points right out the gate. Georgia got the ball with a couple minutes in the second quarter, took it all the way downfield and got a touchdown and went up 13-0. I personally thought Crimson Tide was dead for numerous reasons. One, because they couldn't move the ball. Two, Kirby Smart's an ex-Alabama coach, so he knows what type of adjustments Nick Saban's going to make. And last but not least, they're at home, basically. They got all the momentum. They got the crowd in back of them. But you know what? Nick Saban pulled a trick out his hat. He bring in a lefty freshman who had just a couple of snaps all year long to lead the Crimson Tide back to victory. That's got to be either the call of the year or he's just lucky. Nick is just full of luck. 6 championships. The guy is the greatest college coach ever in college football. But let me bring up some key points of the game, momentum switches, etc. Third quarter, it was 3rd and 8 for Bama. They was about at midfield. Tua, the rookie quarterback, the freshman, he ran right because he was scrambling. He ran right. 2 Georgia Bulldogs went on him to end the drive. Somehow, someway, he escaped, reversed his field, ran left with 2 blockers, got an all-important first down. The reason why that play was so big because they started picking up momentum. Remember, they had zip going into the half. During that drive, Tua ended up throwing, I think, a 10-yard pass for a touchdown, put Alabama down. They put them up. They were down 13-7, but he got the Bama engine going. Now, everybody's saying Golick and Kiffin, that Kirby Smart played not to lose and he playing too conservative. It's hard for me to tell that because on the second play of the next drive, he had Jay Fromm go deep to Harmon for 80 yards. You tell me what's conservative about that. And he dropped Fromm back where it could have been a safety. He risked the safety. Fromm threw it up there. Touchdown to Harmon, 80 yards. Next thing you know, the momentum went back to Georgia now. Now, Georgia's up 20-7, and I'm like, wow, I ain't got no chance to win this because I had Bama in the game. So now, there was a play where Fromm and them could have actually went up more. They was at the 40. He threw a pass over a Bama's helmet or a teammate's helmet that was intercepted by Bama. So now that changed the momentum again. Bama ended up getting the ball. They kicked the field goal. So now you got 20-13. So now the game could go either way. The game could go either way. It was a terrific game. 77,500 was at the game. Everybody yelling to the top of their lungs. One of the best games I ever seen. Now, Fromm had a great game. Let me give you some statistics from Fromm. He had a real great game. Fromm went 16 for 32, 232, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. While Tua, the rookie, had 14 for 24, 166, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Jalen Hurts had a horrible game. He actually hurted Bama's situation in the first half. He went 3 for 8 for 21 yards, but he was a teammate. He rooted Tua on. Every time Tua needed somebody to talk to, he's the first one there. That's what you call a teammate there, folks. So I salute Jalen Hurts for that. Now, back to the game. When Bama kicked that field goal, there was a close play where Sanders from Georgia looked like he intercepted the ball on 3rd down. And thank God for reviews and all type of angles because you seen he had a slight bobble. That right there, I think, cost Georgia the game. He gets that pick. There's no field goal. The momentum's back to Georgia. different ball game. They got the field goal. They got within the 7th. Then next thing you know, Bama got a stop. They got the ball back. Tua made plays after plays after plays. Really got in the game late for Alabama. Really didn't have a big game. His little brother had a big game for Georgia, but really took a while to get his game together at the end. Now, that touchdown at the end, when Bama tied it on 4th and 4, which I thought was an incredible call by Nick Saban. I thought he should have kicked the field goal with 4 minutes left, get down, 4 points, and then put his defense out there and then go for the win. But he went for it all. Now, let me tell you something. The pass was not intended for Ridley, but there was people saying that the throw wasn't really a good throw. That was more of a lucky throw. But if you look at the replay, the guy he intended to really throw the ball to was interfered with in the end zone. If you look at it real good, really made the catch. The guy in back end, the ball was for him. The deep back was all over him before the ball even got there. So either or, it would have been a touchdown or really, or, it would have been 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. So either or, I think Bama was going to punch it in because people are like, oh, what a catch, what an incredible catch. That was the game. In reality, they would have got the ball back. If you look at it real good, you're going to see what I seen. Then Bama got a stop late, got the ball back. Tua brought him right down the field, set him up in perfect field goal range, and the field goal kicker missed it again. 36-yard, basically a little more, maybe a little more than an extra point. That field goal kicker, they either got to let him go or let him move on. He almost cost them that game because when he missed that field goal, that gave Georgia all the life they needed going into overtime, similar to the Oklahoma Sooner game where they came back in overtime and won. Now, they get the ball first in overtime. They get negative yardage. But they field goal kicker who looked like Kurt Rambis, somebody said that on Facebook, I found that kind of funny, hit a 51-yarder. 51-yarder with all the pressure in the world. Nailed it. I thought Bama was done there. And to make matters worse, the first play, Tua lost 16 yards. He got sacked. And like my Cole D said, Brian said it was 2nd and 26. I thought it was 2nd and 21. It was 2nd and 26. Now, a lot of people thinking that Georgia went to a prevent. First of all, they don't do prevents and end the games. Let me correct that. They played a cover 2. What happened was the D-back got burned so bad that there was nothing the safety could have done. Now, I was saying, why the safety being 2nd and 26, he should have been cheating wherever he thought the quarterback was going. But if you look at video, I'm going to stand up for this. When you look at video, when Tua dropped back, he looked the safety off this way. So when he went this way, even though the safety, he said slightly moved, but it kept him from cheating on either side. So when he went this way and the D-back was beaten so bad, all Tua had to do was throw it back of the D-back, and it was a touchdown because there was no way the safety, being where he was at, can get to that ball. So it was a coverage blown. The D-back got burned. No excuse on a 2nd and 26. Nick Saban again pulls a rabbit out of his hat. I don't know how he does it. Final score 26-23. Crimson Tide. Beautiful game. I hope all y'all guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to YouTube, ALYORKSPORTS. I'm going to keep bringing y'all the heat, man. I'm going to continue to bring you guys the heat, man. That's what I do, baby. ALYORKSPORTS, baby. Yes! Whatever that was.